Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Hale Haven Homestead. If this is your first time, I am Travis, and this is my little slice of heaven. So, what you see here is the next step to our build. We are finally on the stage where we're going to start closing up the walls. So we got to do the insulation, we got to get the tongue and groove board up. But the first thing that we have to do is we're going to have to stain this because it's unfinished pine and we're going to be using it in a environment with lots of water. We got to do as much as we can to protect the interior. Even though we're only going to end up being a dozen showers a year, maybe, because this is a property that we're not on, we don't live at full time. So we're still going to do what we can. We're going to stain, we're going to insulate, we're going to see about putting up some vapor barrier to protect the insulation. I'm not exactly certain on that. We'll take a look once we get a little bit further. But the first thing that we need to do is we need to unload all of this before it rains. So let's get moving. Okay, so everything's unloaded. We avoided the rain, thankfully. I'm actually not too certain how much more I'm going to get done today, only because I have an appointment with my code inspector tomorrow to go over a few things. And just before I close in the walls, obviously, I have to make sure that I don't need a rough-in inspection on the electrical, because it's a less than 120 square foot structure, which just better safe than sorry to confirm than to do and then be up the creek without a paddle. This is like definitely one of the only cases in my life anyway where it's definitely not better to ask for forgiveness than permission, or easier to ask for forgiveness than permission, because there is no forgiveness in a situation like this. So let's see what else we get into, and if we don't do anything, I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Post-inspection, I'll fill you in on the details. Hey, welcome back. So you know how I said I wasn't sure what else we were going to get into today? You watch me move all that wood. Well, it turns out that I didn't look at the weather, and it is going to rain tomorrow. So we need to get this lumber cut to size and moved inside so that we can stain it tomorrow without the worries of moving it around out through the rain. Thankfully I have someone to run the saw for me. So let's get this cut and let's get this moved inside so that we don't have to worry about it. Good morning. So it's a good thing we moved the wood.
Why?
The rain out is not our friend right now. I don't know what would happen to the wood if we put it out in the rain, brought it in and stained it. It would probably have drops all over it, and that's literally the last thing that we want. So good thing we moved it. We're gonna have to move and rearrange pretty much everything in here in order to clear a dry space for us to be able to work. As you can see, we're gonna have to do a little bit of working around the little ones, but we're just getting the work done as we can, even if it takes twice as long. It kind of is what it is. So I'm gonna have to switch gears a little bit here today. I had my meeting with the code inspector yesterday, and we are agreeing to disagree on the fact that I don't need an electrical inspection for the rough-in on a structure that is less than 140 square foot. I got laughed at when I called my electrician yesterday and told him about what I need, and he said that not only do I not need it, he said it's quite laughable. But at the end of the day, we're going to be doing everything we can to appease our code inspector. So we're going to take care of this. And in that vein, what's up, girl?
It's not working again.
Oh, the screen just shut off. Yeah. Let's sit here. Can you see yourself? So we're going to dot our I's and cross our T's, and we're going to get everything that we can to get the stamp of approval from my code inspector, because at the end of the day, it's not worth the argument or the fight with a guy that can and will make my life a pain unnecessarily. So, not that I would ever speak bad about anybody, because he's just doing his job at the end of the day, and I don't fault him for that. So we're going to need to finish the electrical as far as getting all the outlets in, getting the breakers in, getting the grounding bar or the grounding rod in and attached. Are you just making faces the whole time? Okay. Okay, we're going with it. So my wife is going to thankfully be taking care of all of the she's going to be taking care of all the cutting and the staining and honestly the tedious work that, not that I don't want to do, but that she is much better at, because she's much more detail oriented and will make it look better than I will. So I'm going to do the electrical. She's going to be taking care of the tongue and groove. So follow along and let's get moving. So do you think we ought to go look and see what we're cutting today?
Yeah.
All right,
let's go take some measurements.
Go.
Hey, Bubba, stay. Stay.
You have a tape measure?
Got a tape measure.
All right, I got a tape measure. Let me shut this door. So, I know we were talking about this, but I feel like that, I mean, what do you feel about the seams on the bottom? Should we just literally all the way across? Should we start full length and then just go as high as we can? Because at the end of the day, this is so weird. Should I put it up?
Yeah.
Here, let's see if I can put you guys up here.
Can you see pretty much the whole place?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Other than directly below us. Okay. So
I think because most of it is going to be shorter segments, we can do long along the bottom, because then these are going to be short with the windows, and then we're going to have one long on the top.
yeah, because you also have to remember with the utilities coming out here, the shower in that corner, we're never going to have a full 115 other than the ceiling. The ceiling is where we need the most of the, I mean, hold that over there. What was our exact measurement?
So we're going to be doing to the raft,
Yeah. Are you on? Just go right off that 2x4, and I'll go up along the ceiling to this 2x4.
Well, we're splitting the 2x4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 112 3/4. So, are you right on? I thought we got one.
Well, I'm splitting the 2x4 because I need to nail into the 2x4 unless I nail into this one.
No, you'll have to toe nail it in on that side for the ceiling anyway. You know what I mean?
Well, because the ceiling, I can cut right up to here and nail into this one, because when we put on this side,
Yeah, so it'll be right into here. So it'll be.
I don't think I need to nail into that.
Yeah, but that's where it meets. You know what I mean? Or unless you're talking about putting the boards up this all the way up to there, and then just going against the.
Yeah.
So you're going off of this 2x4. Well, the only thing you don't know is the length. Here, look at the length of one of the tongue and groove, so it'll affect our.
You mean the width?
Yeah, the width of the board. So I guess it doesn't really matter. We're going to have to make a final cut for the ceiling. What are the kids doing?
I don't know. It sounds like you're outside.
They couldn't have. The screen door is locked, I thought. How do you look? What are you guys seeing? Still enough? Yeah, we're kind of talking about the ceiling, trying to figure out the correct lengths because go and grab one of those pieces. What's the thickness of the board?
7/8.
7/8 of an inch. And it looks like you're six eighths is what the standoff here is, but I don't think it's the same everywhere. So in the best interests of time, I'm going to speed this up a little bit here. You're also going to have to excuse the terrible video quality. I'm learning a new camera, so you'll have to bear with me for a couple videos. Sorry about that. This is a great showcase of the differences of our build styles. Honestly, my wife's detail-oriented mindset is obviously the better approach and something I definitely could learn from. More than anything, I'm grateful to have a wife that not only agrees to spend our spare time and even vacation working, but is willing to actively participate. Many times, she corrects me before I make stupid mistakes. You'll notice when I work by myself, I get way more done, but end up redoing more things. What we're doing here is trying to plan the size of the boards in order to utilize as much of the material as possible. This stuff is expensive.
Sink over here, right?
Yeah, one of those laundry sinks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Does that mean we need that door to open, not this door? Will it stick out for that door?
It might, but not my problem. You step around it.
And then, are we putting a stove in here?
Yeah, wall mount propane.
Wall mount propane is going to be over here.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I think the people have watched enough of us rambling on. We should probably get to work. What do you think?
Oh, that wasn't on time lapse?
No, that was us talking.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, let's work.
Okay, turn it off, because then I'm actually going to do real measurements and get my actual measurements.
So we had forecasted for rain, so we moved everything inside. But as you can see, we actually have some sun peeking through. It's turned into a pretty nice day. So I'm gonna get the saw set up outside. Kids are busy inside with a movie, and we're gonna see if we can get these cut to length quickly.
So don't ask me why, but I need to leave about twice as much slack on the incoming and outgoing line because I would had a heck of a time getting those connected. So live and learn. On to the next one. Let's see if it goes any faster. Holy moly, did you see how much easier that went? Live and learn. Hopefully the third one goes even quicker. Let's see. What do you think, TJ? All right, back to it. No, I just got told to check the fire. So you see that I changed out the GFCI on these two. I'm gonna keep the other two that I have. I bought three, but they're 25 bucks a piece. I couldn't, through my conversation with the electrician, he was talking about needing one at every receptacle, but I'm fairly certain that you only need one where the power comes in, which is over there, because when you put a GFCI where the power comes in, it will also supply protection to everything else that's down the line. I'm gonna leave it the way I have it, and if I need to, then I will switch them out. So the final thing to do is the switch, and that is really simple. Uh-oh, am I upside down? It's hard to tell. So everything's wired as far as I can tell. I'm gonna hook up the breaker box, but I am not showing you how to hook your 20 amp cord into that. I don't have the grounding rod in yet, but it should work for testing purposes. That's more of a safety / code thing. All right, so I will check back in once I have everything hooked up. So we're all hooked up. Generator's going. I guess you're along for the ride. Let's see if this works. Dun, dun. It might not be this breaker. I don't. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, we got electricity. Yay, somebody cared.
I care.
So, at every step of this project, when I do something that I haven't done very many times and like I'm now responsible for every step of this, I have so much respect for electricians. I swore more than I have in a long time in the last 2 hours, because even though it looks easy, as with pretty much everything out there, it's never as easy as it looks. So I am just really happy that it worked right there. And
The light turns on.
yeah, let's see what breaker it was. Okay, so it's outside. I should probably label that. And that's the light switch. Wow, pretty exciting.
And here's
Oh, okay. Yeah,
walls.
let's take a look at see what the wife completed. Oh wow. So my battery's about to die, but we...
Ceiling, wall, side wall, back wall, front walls by doors.
Oh wow. So you thought this through on a level that I literally would never have. I would have cut that first 12 foot, put the first one, and then I would have just went, and I probably would have done it very wrong. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Let's go eat.
Food! So the wife was worried about some unflattering wardrobe malfunctions in the time lapse, so keep an eye out for that. She says it's real quick. Let me know in the comments.
You just threw me under the bus.
I might pay for that later.
No steak for you.
Okay, so I'm not sure how much more we're gonna get done today, but I do want to clean this up. So before we lose all the light, let's see if we can at least get this tidied up just a little bit. Well, I guess we're gonna have an audio-less outro this time. You're really gonna have to give me a little bit of grace as I learn this new camera. I apologize. Again, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been following along with this little bit of a story. We are going to finally have our electrical rough-in inspection next time so that we can finish the walls and really get moving on finishing this build out. So, see you guys next time.